Welcome everybody to episode 29 of the Aim Gamescast. I'm your host, Scott Mills, the Microsoft/PC expert. And I've got on my left, Brett Wolf, the PlayStation expert.
Yo, what up?
And on my right, I've got Eric King, the Nintendo expert / a little bit of everything.
Yo, we made it. Episode 29.
That's right.
This could be our last one.
Oh, we
almost
break
made
out
it to
the bad
30
news
Yeah,
already?
Scott.
What? We're just gonna break the band?
No, well, I mean, is it official or?
I don't know.
I think maybe a break might be in order, maybe.
I think we'll be back. We will definitely be back because we have to go over our fantasy drafts and stuff like that, and
We got a lot,
games
we
of
got a
the
lot of
year.
stuff going on right now. My basement, Brett's got
Yeah, your
his
basement
new
flooded.
puppy. He's got
the
a
other
new
day.
puppy going on.
Yeah, Nolly.
We
So-
got a lot of stuff to do.
So what we're talking about right now, guys, is perhaps taking a break from doing a Gamescast every week. Some problems that we've seen and kind of making us lose steam as one is lack of topics. Now with the summer days being here, not a lot of games come out in the summer, not a lot of big AAA games, and
A lot of other stuff to do.
like Eric was saying, it's the middle of summer, so
That's
like
right.
Scott.
So many other things to do.
Scott will be going on vacation, Eric will be
Yep.
playing Overwatch still, and playing with his basement, and then I had to deal with a sick dog, and I haven't really been playing anything different besides Elder Scrolls Online and Borderlands. So we're thinking about taking a break and kind of resetting ourselves, and we might do some streams here and there. I do want to do another Worth the Dip game, but yeah, just kind of the viewership isn't there, and if you really want us to, start pumping out videos again, let your friends know, tell them to subscribe, or leave a comment on the video below, and we'll bring that to you. But as of right now, we're kind of all just burnt out on it. So I know like Sean is a big viewer, but like Jared doesn't even watch our videos anymore, and
Okay.
it's kind of just like we plan to do this as a team because we're all friends and we're talking about video games, and we had a really good head start, and then now it's just kind of we just don't have the support that we were hoping for by this time to really keep us full head steam, like going the right direction. Now we're kind of going backwards, and I think our tags aren't good anymore because somebody stopped tagging them, and the content just isn't there for us to really dedicate time talking about. So this might be our last episode we do for a while. We do plan to come back, probably maybe I guess
Wintertime.
fall or winter time when the games start cranking up again. There's maybe some more news.
Yes.
I do think even if we don't do Weekly's Gamecast going forward, we'll do maybe
We'll do a
special episode here and there. Maybe when you talk about
if some breaking news happens for video games, we'll come
where we'll talk about PSX and maybe the Tokyo Gaming Show, Paris Games Week, all those different big events. There might be big releases and news that we want to talk about and share with you guys, and if you guys want to hear our opinions on that. So we'll still have the Twitter page. We'll still use that, I think, quite frequently. Still do some streaming here and there. But just right now that the three of us, we're just not, I guess.
Yeah, the motivation isn't as there as it was in the beginning. But still be on the lookout. Like you said, Worth a Dip. You'll still do those occasionally.
Yeah.
I'm still planning on trying to do some more nostalgia hours and how not to plays. So be on the lookout for those. I know I haven't been doing them as frequently on my Tuesdays and Thursdays basis because I was on vacation last week and I had some technical difficulties the week before that. But I'm still gonna be streaming some. I don't know what Eric's gonna be doing.
Well, you see the look on Eric's face that he's just not into anymore. He just wants to play Overwatch, which is
Well,
fine.
It's
but
just become kind of like a chore right now, more than
It
a
was-
hobby.
it was
fun at first.
It was a
but
thing
now
where we had people coming on, like Jared's coming on, and it was great having Sean on too because he brings I think an insight that we don't possess in terms of like his own opinions, and they're very good opinions.
Yeah.
So maybe if Jared comes up, we'll do a video with him, or Sean wants to do one, we'll bring him on, and if it's a good news week, just right now, it's just the three of us I don't think it's due to like chemistry issues. I think it's just due to just nothing that's really exciting us to want to talk about.
Yeah.
But if there's anything big news, maybe during the week, we'll tweet about it. But and kind of get your opinions maybe through Twitter at TakeAimGames1. But yeah, that's kind of where we're standing. So this will be our last episode. It's actually kind of sad to even talk about because we've been doing this since December 3rd, right?
Yeah, since last year.
Yeah, so
we made it through half a year, over half a year.
So here we are. So I guess Scott, you want to go into what we're gonna talk about today for our
keeping the viewers on the episode with that.
That's right. It's like
save that for the
we're
end.
just not gonna do anything more. So here we go. Here's your content. We got just a couple of news stories to talk about today.
Any Elder Scrolls Blades news?
Well, no, but I do have mobile game news that I can come up
the
with.
thing that everybody looks forward to from
That's
Scott,
right.
the
mobile game news. Harry Potter Wizards Unite came out on Friday, which is today that we're recording this, and it was made by the same people that made Pokemon Go, and it's gonna be that augmented reality style.
Brett just captured a Hagrid. Right
Yeah, I captured Hagrid finally. It's gonna be my starting Pokemon, which is awesome. So
if you're a big Harry Potter fan, you might want to check that out. It's free to play, and it's summertime, so it's a good way for you to get out.
I'll be honest, it kind of sucks right now because I just downloaded and caught Hagrid.
Yeah, I mean,
and
that's how Pokemon Go was.
But I'm gonna play it tonight. I'm gonna take Ellie for a walk and play some tonight.
So you can catch Harry?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to catch Harry. No, I'm gonna try to catch Hermione. You know what I'm saying? Give me some of that. You know what I'm saying? Like hold her captive.
Yeah,
And my
I
sex
caught a Luna Lovegood when I was playing it.
You said what?
I caught Luna Lovegood.
Oh, I think you captured her or something. I'm like,
no, to say how you captured Hagrid.
What am I gonna use him as my slave? He's like my best friend.
Well, yeah. Okay, that was weird.
I love making Scott uncomfortable. Yeah, Stevie, this is our last episode for a while, so I keep him on his toes here.
That's right. But I guess we could do a comparison of how I think that game is compared to Elder Scrolls Blades.
Do we have to?
Well, which is better? Let's just start with that.
Let's see here. I haven't played enough of Wizards Unite yet, but right now I'll say Blades because I don't have to actually walk around and do exercise playing Blades. So, but Pokemon Go is my favorite mobile game though. Still, like they really improved that since it came out.
The only mobile game I ever really got into was like Clash of Clans or whatever. I never really got into
I like Clash Royale.
I played that.
Both of them, yeah.
I played that Lord of the Rings game.
Yeah, I played that.
And I think I should spend money on it like in the because I was in college and I'm like, God, I gotta get these fucking things built.
Yeah.
But that's when I knew that how predatory.
Yeah.
Microtransactions can be.
A lot of that too. I think you're the one who told me about it. Probably.
Yeah. So no, I'm not a big mobile game fan, so I can care less.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'll check this Harry Potter game. I mean, if you can catch Really Lovegood, I'm going for Hermione next.
There you go.
And maybe I'll go for the fucking. Isn't there like a big woman in that game? In that movie series?
I never saw it.
Because I'm gonna go for her first. Next.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Scott's like, I'm in. He's like, I'm on your team. It's gonna be like a raid. We need like 5 guys to fucking like capture her and shit.
Wow. Okay.
Hold her down.
Yeah. With like ropes.
Big net. And
Yeah. No. Yeah. Like fucking ropes on each limb, and it's like tied to like a post to keep her in place. Oh. Yeah. But
What a great Harry Potter game.
I love the. No, it sounds like fun. I can't wait to play it now.
I'm ready
I'm gonna capture her right now. Oh, that's good.
So that's the mobile news. In other news, we got a little bit more insight into Elden Ring, which is the game that From Software is making with George R. R. Martin, and they said that they expect it to be gameplay-wise the next evolution of the Dark Souls Bloodborne style of game. So if you're a fan of those games, then you'll be happy to hear about Elden Ring. So what did you think about that, Brett? Because did you actually watch the interview?
I didn't watch the interview, but I saw it on Reddit with Miyazaki talking about it, and what I kind of gathered was that it's going to be more like a Dark Souls game, and not more so like Bloodborne and Sekiro, where those are more faster paced. I hated the parry system in Sekiro. I really didn't like it. I guess maybe because I'm used to Dark Souls and rolling and dodging and invincibility. Invisible frames, or it's something they call like when you roll at the right time, like you can roll through the attack. I think it's called invincibility frames. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna get it day one, and I'm curious to see because the trailer that they showed at E3 it just looked like an opening cinematic of those games that From Software is known for.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm curious to see. I can't wait to see gameplay. I think that game's coming out next year, and I think that game is gonna be shown probably first in Japan in terms of gameplay. So my best guess would be the Tokyo Gaming Show in October. So, or I think it's in November or September. It's sometime in the fall, one of the fall months.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna see actual gameplay for it. So, because I think that game was probably being worked on alongside of Sekiro. So that's my take and my guess. So.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to those From Software games, even though they're really hard and I never actually complete any of them. They're still.
Have you beaten bosses
fun.
before?
Yeah, I've beaten a couple bosses from the first two Dark Souls games.
By yourself or with help?
No, by myself. But then.
Did you beat the
but then
gargoyles
Yeah, I beat the gargoyles, and that was the last boss I beat in that.
Oh, you never faced the Spider Queen.
No, I did not.
You never went to Blight Town.
Yeah, I didn't even get very far in any of those games.
It's a good game.
But yeah.
I still think it holds up. I mean,
It's
it's not as polished. Obviously, the game came out in 2011.
Yeah.
But the remaster looks pretty good. I enjoyed it. I'm so close to getting the platinum trophy, but I fucked up and killed one of the quest leaders or the quest givers, so I couldn't get a spell.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pissed. I'm still pissed about it. So.
Have you played any more Sekiro, or did you? Just
No, I have not played that game anymore. It's I don't know. I stopped right before I was going to face Lady Butterfly, and then I just lost interest in it.
Okay.
It's not what I was hoping. Maybe that's just my own ignorance.
You can't play co-op on that, right?
No. So those games, I got to play with Jared and stuff because that was fun to play it with him. And yeah, we would get invaded and stuff, but that was kind of just the fun. It's seeing a giant dad or seeing this try hard trying to kill us. That was the whole fun of it. Me and him would just co-op for hours. But yeah, with Sekiro, it's you can't do any of that, and it's more like a fluid sword fighting game. And again, my play style, because I'm so used to Bloodborne and Dark Souls, it just doesn't, and Demon Souls as well. It just doesn't. I'm just not good at it, and it's not fun for me, so I put it down. But maybe I'll pick it up at a later date. But right now, I'm focused solely on ESO and Borderlands.
Oh, you've been playing ESO?
Yeah, I've been playing Elder Scrolls Online. Yeah, just a base game. I haven't played elsewhere, but Jared's hooked on it, and King Kunta is has been playing a lot of it too.
Yeah, I really liked
That's
ESO.
the March. Yeah, change
He
his name.
changed his name?
Yeah, he changed his name.
That's his gamer tag, or is it?
That's his name,
Or is
forever.
that actual real name?
Yeah, it's King Kunta.
King Kunta.
Kunta, yeah.
So yeah, I don't mean to just.
He's not Carlito or whatever.
No, he changed it from Carlito Negus to King Kunta. And so every time I join the party, I have no idea.
He's got a new name every time.
Yeah.
I've heard people call him DeMario.
One time I was Jigaboo Justice,
Yeah.
and then he just changes his name all the time. I guess it's free in the United States to do that.
The many named guy.
DeMarco, Carlton, whatever. So.
Oh, DeMario was one?
No, DeMar wasn't one. No, DeMarco.
May as well.
I think, but I don't even know his real name.
So he just changed the O to an H.
Yeah, it was on his name tag.
Uh-huh.
That's how me and Jerry got confused. So it was called him DeMarch instead of his actual real name.
Okay.
So that's how that got started. Yeah, but no, we're talking about From Software.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, so I guess in conclusion, I'm excited for it. I'm glad to be going back to the roots of Dark Souls. The game's gonna sell well, big following, so I'm sure it's gonna be great. And I'll be surprised that that's not a top 5 pick in next year's fantasy draft. So.
Yeah, I would be surprised too. But I think it'll be a good one. So I don't mean to just have a conversation with Brett.
Oh,
so
you're fine. This
Eric,
isn't really my topic so much here, but.
I was just gonna say, like, what are you still just playing Overwatch basically? I saw you playing the Outer Wilds, which is a game I played at PAX East there a little bit before we came on. What are you thinking of that game so far?
Oh, yeah, it seems pretty fun. It does, like Brett said when he was watching, it kind of reminds me a little bit of No Man's Sky, but more so with more stuff to do in this compared to No Man's Sky, because pretty much had no like NPCs really or anything in No Man's Sky, at least when I originally played it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's similar to No Man's Sky, just kind of exploration. You seems like you kind of gotta solve puzzles though, just by going
just
from one place to
figuring
another,
stuff out.
figuring stuff out. But
I have a question.
I haven't gotten that involved yet.
Is
so.
it like a procedurally generated world?
No,
It's
a
all
set
an actual
world.
set world.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay, I was
But
curious.
there's stuff you gotta kind of figure out by like going from place to place and talking to different people. But
Yeah, and
I
you're
haven't
kind of in
gotten that
a loop too, so it's like every half hour to an hour or something, your character will just automatically die. But
yeah, you
so
gotta
you have
kind
to like
of
save
figure
your
out stuff
memories
on your own on that
before
game.
Okay. So
Because like there's some statue you gotta go to have them remember your memories or something.
Yeah, there's some
Yeah,
But
some
they don't
of
actually
that's
like
right.
tell you that. Like you gotta figure it out on your own.
Mhm.
So there's like no hand holding at all. It's kind of like here's a game, like do whatever.
Well, Jason Schreier said it's one of the games of the year so far, so apparently.
But you don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is, but apparently he.
This guy doesn't know who he is. He can't be right about anything. Then this guy doesn't know who he is.
That's right.
Well, I don't know about him like as far as opinions on games go, but as far as reporting, he's the best. So when I heard that he was reporting, I don't know much to say about that. But yeah, when I heard him reporting that Cyberpunk wasn't coming out this year, I knew it wasn't coming out.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
This guy doesn't believe it. This guy's
Well,
his source.
so-
In that news, I had another game delayed to 2020. Psychonauts 2 is officially not going to be out this year, so I think that makes 4 games that I picked up for this year in my fantasy draft that are not coming out this year. So.
Yeah, I got hurt at E3. Ori's the next year. Animal Crossing next
So
year.
you got 2 games delayed the next year. So it's kind of just between Brett and Jared.
Oh, he's gonna beat me because Bloodstained Ritual of Night just got an 88 on OpenCritic right now.
Yeah,
so,
I'm pretty sure Jared's
Okay.
gonna win it, but we'll pretty much know by the time we do our next episode. I think who's gonna be,
Alright.
Yeah, if-
pretty much the standings.
if
by the next
Bloodstained
episode.
We'll
does
probably
that
know
good,
by the next fantasy draft
You
we
might
have
want to stream it.
in January. Oh, I mean, like we probably won't do another stream until January.
Ah,
that was a joke.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, but I'm sure we'll have nothing about that.
Alright, should we get to our main topic, boys?
Sure, why not? So, main topic, we've got a choice between 2 different things. Do you guys just want to go through what is the game of the year that you've played this year for a game that's come out?
Well, I do
Or
want
you
to talk
guys
about that
want
real
to
quickly,
debate,
but
or do
I
you-
want to do our debate topic for the main
Okay,
topic.
so that's
But really
good.
quickly, I do want to go through what's your guys' game of the year so far this year, since this is going to be our last episode for a while.
So you want to do a game that quick?
That's come out
Explanation.
this year.
You can give a runner-up or whatever if you want, but
Okay, so just one game.
yeah, I mean there hasn't been much yet this year
Alright.
so far. So
You want me to go first, or
there you go.
Okay, so my game of the year is Resident Evil 2, the remake, and I did that game. I streamed that whole game with Jared, and it was a lot of fun playing. Scary moments, fast-paced action, not a long game, but there's multiple playthroughs. You can play through the game to get different lore bits, a different story. You can play through as Claire or Leon. That was the most fun I've had with a horror game that I've ever had. So I liked it a lot better than Resident Evil 7.
It's got one of my favorite clips of taking games.
Yeah,
too,
it's
so.
a good one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the scary.
Yeah, but Capcom did such a great job with that game, and I'm excited to see what they do with Resident Evil 3, the remake for that game. That game gets announced. So that's my game of the year so far. Over no runner-up, but in terms of games I played this year, Kingdom Hearts 3, Sekiro, Anthem, which is at the bottom of the list, and Days Gone, and Dreams. Dreams will probably be my runner-up, even though I haven't really created anything. But seeing the potential of that game, and the different worlds you can play, different games you can play by other creators, I think is really cool. I think it's going to be revolutionary. I talked about that before. But yeah, that's my runner-up. Even though it's not early access, but whatever.
Scott, how about you?
I guess right now I haven't really played a lot of games that have come out in 2019, but I'd have to say Devil May Cry 5 that I streamed through the whole game. That game has stood out to me right now. I liked the humor they had in it. It was just fun to play through. I liked the combat was fun, and I just enjoyed the wacky Japanese story that was in there. So that would be my pick right now. And then runner up, I guess MLB The Show 19. Is pretty cool.
Alright, and then for me, I'd say Apex Legends is my game of the year so far. I think it speaks for itself, like how many players jumped into that game right when it came out. I think it was shot right up to the most active game in that first couple days.
Yeah, we talked about it a lot too in a lot of episodes.
Yeah, no, that was.
I mean, we were all playing it, and I'm not a big multiplayer guy, and I played a lot of it too.
And it was super fun to start. You kind of got burned out on it eventually, but they're supposed to be having a season 2 update coming, and hopefully they'll bring a lot of players back. Hopefully they'll bring me back because I haven't played it for a while. But yeah, I'd say that's probably the best game for me so far this year. And runner up, I'd say probably Dreams as well. I think that's just I haven't played much of that game recently, but I do want to jump back in sometime here soon and check out what people have actually made.
I really liked the after hours that you guys did that one time.
Oh yeah, we were hammered.
Yeah, no, it was cool, and that was like a week into or 2 weeks into the early
Yeah,
access game release. There still wasn't like a whole lot of content yet, so yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind doing another episode of that and checking it out again.
Yeah,
I got now, but
no, I agree completely. I feel the same way. Now that the game's been out in early access since April, or March. I think it was April. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's been now 2 months since the game's been out, so yeah, I want to jump back in and see what's been made.
unfortunately, I don't have the patience to do the actual building part on my own, but
Yeah.
it'd be cool to see what other people can do.
Yeah, because you're saying like there's a ton of tutorials in the
Yeah.
game creator, and it's very in depth.
And it just takes so much time just to build this stuff. So,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
So what's our main topic?
So main topic, I think we're just gonna talk about.
It's basically between you two on
and
this
this
one.
is-
Well, you're moderating,
This
aren't
is
you?
going back. We talked about this a little bit in last week's episode with the E3 review, because Sony was not at E3, and I was saying that really helped Microsoft and it hurt Sony for Sony not being at E3 this year, and you didn't think it was that big of a deal.
No, I think it helped Sony, to be
For
honest.
Sony. Okay, you think it helped Sony that they were not at E3 this
I
year?
do.
Okay.
They played
Sorry,
it.
Brett, why don't you give us your reasons
They
why?
played it perfectly. Reason why? I said in last week's episode that Scott was talking about marketing for third-party games and then be at Microsoft's conference, but I rebutted with that with the common gamers, the ones that the hardcore gamer only makes like maybe a sliver of the whole gaming population, whereas a lot more casual people don't watch E3. They just kind of see news on IGN or on YouTube and trailers on YouTube. And I don't think that helped Microsoft at all. Just a spot to be able to show the trailer at compared to other conferences. This Project Scarlet they didn't have nothing different than what Sony stated in their Wire.com article. And all the reports that we've seen from the Game Informer editors, he's saying that the PS5 is more powerful from the Project Scarlet, and he's heard that from multiple developers. And I think that there's no good games, quote unquote, in terms of like big franchises that can actually move consoles. What we see this year is going to be what? Gears 5? It's not even called Gears of War anymore, it's called Gears 5. And that's really it from the Xbox exclusive side. And there's the Xbox One X isn't going to move the main consoles that some fanboys are saying. They're still trailing behind Sony, probably more than 2-1. And Sony's going to break 100 million consoles anyways. And I think them releasing that Death Stranding trailer a couple days before E3 was announced was tons of hype. We were talking about it. People were talking about it on the internet. And now we know that they're going to, hopefully a big show at PSX to give some release dates if we can wait that long for Ghost of Tsushima and The Last of Us Part 2.
Quick question: is Final Fantasy VII is Sony exclusive or not? Okay, so they also have one of the top games as an
Yeah.
exclusive at E3 and one of the most talked about games.
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but yeah, I'm like 99.9% sure it's only coming.
Okay.
It's only because it was only original.
I'm not
on
sure
PS.
on that.
It was only original on the PS one.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I can go on and on, but let Scott throw his argument out there.
All right, so I disagree with you for a couple reasons. I mean, I think you're wrong about that people will just see news articles about stuff. I mean, the news articles are coming out that Xbox shows off Scarlet and they show off these game specs. Well, people like if you hadn't told me, I would have completely missed the PlayStation specs, like that news article completely earlier in the year. Whereas at E3, like that's all over the place. Hey, Xbox unveils Xbox Scarlet and these specs. And then, hey, Xbox unveils Cyberpunk 2077 trailer at their conference, and you see that on all of the sites. And so, I mean, I think that that's just positive reinforcement for Microsoft, even if for like those games that aren't necessarily going to be exclusives. But it's just the whole people like to hear what you have on the horizon, and for Sony to not even be out there and say anything, like even like give little information about PS5 like Xbox did with Scarlet, like even though we kind of know what specs there are, it's kind of nice to just hear a voice come out and reassure people, hey, this is coming next year. And I think that Xbox being at E3, because E3 is more about in the future. They're always talking about the future. And yeah, so Xbox is lagging behind PlayStation right now, but they're trying to gear up for the future, and I think that having themselves this presence at E3 now is only going to help them in the future. Like, yeah, they only had one exclusive game for this year, but they've got all these companies now, and so you're going to start to see more exclusives, like even into next year.
And going off your
coming
point, I think Phil Spencer tweeted, I think it was just this morning, that this was like their most watched E3 of all time, and I think they like doubled inside Xbox viewership from last year. So I mean, E3's still going strong. It's not like it's dead at this point. And yeah, so I still think that I think it was too soon though for them to unveil the Xbox, because I think everyone's kind of hyped for it now. But then once they see the PlayStation get announced, half a year from now or whenever the hell they decide to announce it,
Yeah.
PSX maybe. But whenever they decide to announce it, I think they're going to get all the hype back before either of the consoles comes out. So it's like...
So I guess my question would be, what did Xbox gain from having... Okay, so we knew that... Okay, let me rephrase. What did Sony lose not being at E3? Are they going to lose console sales? No. Right? Those are still going...
No, because Xbox isn't going to be out before the time that they reveal theirs, so it's like...
What games are Sony going to show?
No, yeah, I mean, if they don't got much to show, I wouldn't go there.
So I guess my debate is, did Microsoft do enough to kind of... Okay, did Sony make the wrong move by not coming to E3?
I don't think so. I mean...
No.
If they did go to E3 and then they didn't show many games or anything, people would
Then they
be
get
blasted
negative
up.
press.
Right.
They'd be like, oh, they don't have anything to show.
They showed 4
don't have
games
any
last year, and people were pissed. Because they told them, hey, our show's going to be consisting of pretty much 4 games, and people are still pissed.
Yeah.
Because they were hoping, and we saw Control, we saw Resident Evil 2, and we saw Deracine, or whatever, the VR game for Sony exclusive.
I mean, you can always find new games to show off. Like, that's, like...
You
don't have to show off just exclusives.
But again,
like I'm saying, like I think it's okay to show stuff that's
Yeah,
not
but they want to show
exclusive.
exclusives.
But again, like Cyberpunk 2077, with the marketing ramps up for that game, are they not going to show a PS4 cover?
No, of course they are.
Of course they are.
People are gonna remember that it was shown at the Xbox.
But who cares?
I think that like just psychology, like yeah, you wouldn't think it would make a difference, but I'm telling you that I think that it actually does.
Okay.
I mean, if people have both consoles, they know which console
Okay,
to buy
so
for. It makes no difference. Like for me, I own both consoles. I know I'm gonna get it for PS4 though. Like.
So
Doesn't
Kingdom
matter
Hearts
if
3
it's
was
over
shown at like every conference, and where do you think the majority of those sales came from? Like what platform? They're on Xbox. They're the first conference, so Kingdom Hearts 3 was first shown at Xboxes. Does that mean Kingdom Hearts 3 got more sales than on the PS4? No. Like, it's also better on the PS4. And again, it's probably more so due to it being pretty much a console exclusive for 1 and 2 and then all the remixes. But also, there's more consoles out in the wild for the PS4 compared to the Xbox One. I just don't agree with that because I can't remember last year, and I'm a big video game nerd, and I can't remember all the games that were shown at Microsoft's or PlayStation's conference last year. I can't. And like I don't understand why the consumer would care, that game was shown at Microsoft's conference. As long as they do is coming to the PlayStation platform, they don't give a shit. They already have a console. They already have the console. I mean, pretty much people are done buying consoles right now, unless you're from a poorer country or, you're just waiting just because you don't have any money for it. But I just don't see how those games being shown at Microsoft's conference helped Microsoft, besides getting more publicity, like Eric was saying, with the Twitch viewership, because they knew that was a big conference and a big third-party games at it. So, I don't know. I don't think Sony made the wrong move of not being there.
Maybe not. Maybe you might have a point there that Sony. I mean, it still isn't going to be positive news for Sony either way. If they're only going to come out there and show a couple of games.
Who do you think it hurt more, E3 or Sony?
What's that?
Who do you think it hurt more, E3 as like a
I think it hurt E3.
It hurt E3 definitely.
I think after Microsoft's conference and Bethesda's, I knew Ubisoft was going to be trash, and Square Enix took the 9 o'clock slot. And we were all waiting for Marvel's Avengers and Final Fantasy VII, but that was really it.
Yeah, after the E3 was done, the first thing I thought was this was
usually,
the worst E3s I've seen.
Usually it's you guys trying to talk shit, playfully about Microsoft's conference being the best ever, and then I just know the next day is going to be Sony, and I knew they're going to be fucking amazing. And so we missed that just because they weren't there. And that just goes to show how much of a struggle PlayStation has in the video game industry. And I do think we miss them. But I would say the same thing about Microsoft not being there, too.
Yeah, right.
So, if it was the opposite view, I would, probably say the same thing, that, we would miss Microsoft because of that competition, that rivalry. And it's not even it's a competitive rivalry, but it's not like a I hate you rivalry in terms of, now they're kind of, messing around with each other, sharing some secrets, techniques, whatever. So, yeah, I said this last week, Microsoft had a good conference, I thought. I just didn't think it was the best conference because I thought Nintendo was the best. I just wish that they would have showed, when they showed Scarlet, don't give that industry bullshit with, specs. You can do that whenever you show off the console. Mm-hmm. But Eric's point in the prediction episode was he was almost predicted that a game was going to be played on it. What would have been cool, if you know how in the Wired.com article, Sony talked about the loading screen times using the SSD. If they could have showed that would have been badass.
That would have been cool.
That would have been sweet. Yeah, and they didn't do that. They just did the same thing they did for the Scorpio reveal. And that was cool because that was touted as the most powerful console in the world. And it is. But they didn't say it this time. The ones that we created, our most powerful console. And I don't think that they gain any leverage compared to Sony. I think they just put it out there just to kind of rebuttal to Sony's. Sony got there first. And
I think that's what they're going to do again, is that they're going to wait for Sony to release some more news about it, and then they're going to rebuttal again. And I think that's kind of a way Microsoft's going with that right now, because they want to be the one to get that news after Sony.
But I don't think
Sony gets hype, and then Microsoft comes out and they get hype.
I don't think they'll ever win a console generation. They didn't beat the PS3 out. Yeah, they had towards the end, the PS3 caught up and passed them, and they dominated the industry for 5 or 6 years.
360 should have been their
But
console.
now that a lot of people are set in the PlayStation ecosystem, I'll be shocked. I retire from video game talk. If somehow the next gen Xbox stays ahead of Sony past 3 years. There's no way. Maybe off the bat, I can see it, maybe, but I will never talk about video games again. If after 3 years, Xbox was still ahead of Sony.
Never talk about it
unless
again.
Okay, after the reveal, you got to see the price points, in the specs.
Unless it's like
Yeah.
$200.
If it's if it's the same thing as the PS3 and the 360, where they fucked up,
But even then, they still caught up. Like
it's
360 should have beat them out.
Well,
that was their console.
Yeah.
That they
Plus,
should have won.
the PS3 had the fucking Red Ring of Death.
Bullshit.
You know,
I
well,
went
the
through- I
issue
went
with the
through, like-
360.
I went
The
through like
360 had the red ring.
No, that's what I'm saying though. PlayStation had that going for them, where Xbox was struggling
Yeah.
with the hardware,
Yeah.
and the consoles pretty much stopped working,
I went through
and
the
they
They
whole-
still were
and they were still
yeah.
playing catch up. Because people, because I went through 4 360s in my lifetime.
this,
Probably no, I think 5. I bought like 3 of them, and I got 2.
Yeah, I got a 360 late. I
So
actually bought one with a red ring and I fixed it myself.
okay, Seth's bragging about it now.
Aha, I know how to fix
Yeah,
it.
I know how to fix Microsoft stuff. No, I think next year is going to be a huge E3. Again, E3 is still one of the biggest hype weeks that we have in the industry.
Do you think Sony will be back?
Yes,
So what?
I think they're going to show a teaser at the end for God of War. I think they're going to really start with Horizon Zero Dawn or one of the games next.
Start with Horizon 2? And
I would.
go-
And I would end with
I
God of
hope
War.
that-
I'll do a teaser for
I
God of
hope
War.
that they do come back.
You get me
next
hyped.
year.
Wouldn't that be sick?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Again, I'll be curious to see how Microsoft does. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I just wish that the forwards compatibility things were
I
true,
still
but
would.
they're not.
I just think it would have been more helpful for Sony to show up and even just show a few games than to not show up at all.
I just don't think they had anything they wanted to show because I think pretty much everything they.
Yeah, I mean they could have.
I think they've already shown everything that's coming out this gen, and they probably
Yeah,
want to show
they're-
stuff
they're
next gen.
probably-
I think they're
Which is-
skipping a lot of stuff for
think that's-
PSX.
Kind of hurts when they don't have anything really else.
I mean, they still got stuff coming out, but it's already been shown, like Last of Us, Final Fantasy.
Yeah, do we want to see another Last of Us trailer? I'm just ready.
Mind it.
No, I'm ready for a
Come
release
on,
date
yeah.
trailer.
Yeah,
Well, I don't
let's
want to
do
see
it.
gameplay
Yeah.
again. You can show me a trailer with a release date, and that's all I need
Yeah.
to see. But they're not ready to show it.
Which we'll probably get pretty soon.
I mean, you could have done Death Stranding there instead of doing your own.
Yeah, but
PlayStation.
the Death Stranding hype though is by itself. Just do Nintendo does it perfectly. Do a direct random day of the week. Get all the attention for the whole week.
I still
And
haven't even watched that trailer yet
For
for
what?
Death Stranding, and
Oh,
I would
you said
have
it didn't look
if
good.
Sony was at E3. I would.
what's stopping you now?
Well, yeah,
though?
because there were these black
Wait,
splotches
what?
on the screen.
Wait,
So,
so what's stopping you now? It's been like 3 weeks. You just don't want to watch
haven't
it.
watched it.
Yeah,
no.
you just-
But
so
I
just
would have
because-
watched
because-
it because
no.
I just always watch E3, so I would have watched it if Sony was there.
But you can still spend 8 minutes and watch a video. There's
I
nothing
could,
stopping
but
you.
I don't want to.
Yeah, but you don't want to because you
Exactly.
don't want that game to be good.
And I would have wanted to if,
No, Scott, you're
if
biased.
it was at E3.
You're
I
biased.
would
Yeah,
have.
I'm
If
not
Sony
gonna
was
look
at
at ice
E3,
cream.
I would
You're
have wanted
biased.
to.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, ice
Well,
cream.
I guess that's a good way to end the show.
Yum,
I guess.
Honey hut, honey hut. Okay. Okay, everybody, thank you for tuning in to this last episode for a while. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, leave us comments if you guys want us to do an episode on anything in particular, and we can try to do that for you.
But I do think we'll start ramping back up, doing weekly Gamescast
Oh, yeah.
whenever the winter time comes
Oh
around.
yeah, towards the end of the year.
Unless Eric's like dead or still playing Overwatch, but
Let's hope
I might
that
still
does
be
not
playing
happen.
I mean he probably will be playing Overwatch and he won't have any opinions on games.
Okay.
So
Nah, I'll Fire Emblem off. I have played. And I'll
Oh
have,
yeah, Fire Emblem, yeah.
oh, Tetris 99 is a
Link's
good game
Awakening.
too.
Yes,
Tetris
watch
99.
it worth the dip.
Well, that's Tetris Effect.
Oh, those.
But Tetris 99 on the Switch is
Oh,
a good game that
okay.
came out this year.
Okay.
But yeah, watch Tetris Effect
Oh,
too.
yeah.
They do a worth the dip on that one too.
Well, I don't know how to stream the Switch. But
Oh.
you use
Yeah, I would be streaming
Yeah,
Switch
that's
games if I could.
But yeah, like and subscribe, and I guess we'll see you when we see you.
Next big conference, probably.
Later.
Say it.